Alright, I'm doing a complete brake pad change on a Polaris. This is the back brake, and this is the one I ran into problems with, so I imagine a bunch of you are also going to. This is on all the 4x4 older Polarises. I've already taken my brake pads out, but here's the problem you're going to run into. There's two pins that go through there. They're neither screwed in, bolted in, or anything else. They float. Well, after you run these four-wheelers for a long time, the pins on the inside here get all corroded to shit, and they don't want to come out. Here's what the pin looks like right there. Just a little piece of metal. Here's what I did. You're still going to have brake pads, obviously, in yours, which gives you even less room. And what I did is when that pin was in there, I took me a hammer and a little pin punch, and I knocked it in just a smidgen. It loosened it up, and I soaked the sucker with PB Blaster for 2 days. This brake system is stupid. Should have been screwed in or something like that. When I hit it with a pin, or you hit it with a punch or something like that, do not booger up these edges, because that dowel's got to come back out this way. If you smash that in, the dowel ain't coming out. You're going to have real big problems. Now, the other thing I did, because you have no room to work, and I'll just show you here. Hold on. Okay, guys, I'm going to kind of show you what I did. I went ahead and put this pin back in this one. I've cleaned it and everything, so it's going to come back out easy. But what I did is I pushed these brake pads all the way to the back, and then I pushed them over like that. And what you're doing is you're putting a bind on that pin over there. You hold this tight, get you a screwdriver or something you can pry that with, go down right where that pin is, and see if you can push them brake pads to where it'll slide that pin out. As long as you have this brake pad kinked, it'll grab a hold of that rod down there a lot better, and you'll actually be able to move it. And like I said in there first, you can just take a punch and tap that in a little bit, and it'll come out a lot easier. So hopefully this helps. Like I said, get them brake pads a little bit sideways. I had to work at it for a little while, but hold it like that and get down there and get you a screwdriver. Work on one pin at a time. They're both not going to come out at the same time. It's a lot easier to just do one side. So there you go, and I hope this helps, because this is one stupid design. They should have had a bolt that ran in there you screwed out or something. Anyway, that's how I got them out. I've seen a lot of these for sale on the internet, and they didn't have the brake pads out, so I have a feeling a lot of people had a hard time with this. Anyway, hope this helps. Kink the brake pads to the sideways, get all the way down there with the screwdriver right by that pin, and see if you can slowly move her. Now, as I said earlier, I soaked that pin for a couple of days with a PB Blaster, because it was just corroded as heck, and popped that in, that started getting it loose. So there you go. So basically, this is what your brake system looks like when it's up inside the caliper. These pins are terrible to get out. What I did, let me set this down, is when they're in the system, I took and I bent my brake pad sideways like this. When you do that, it's going to tell you it's going to grab that pin. If you can keep this kinked, get you another screwdriver on both sides, and you can use that pressure to slowly push those pins out. That's what I did. You can't really get in there, so that you have no other choice. But yeah, get that brake sideways like that when they're up inside there. And I used one screwdriver on one side and then one on the other. I used one to keep it bent sideways, and I used the other one to try to pry it. And it's just like the old anyway. So once you got it in there, get that brake pad sideways, keep it pinched real good, and then get your screwdriver in there. You can bend them sideways, and as the screwdriver goes from the skinny part to the bigger part, it'll help push that dowel out. That's the only way you're going to get it. It's a horrible design. But anyway, good luck with that. I thought I was going to have to buy a new one. And like I said, if you still got brake pad left on there, it's really hard to get. But that's how I do it.